IPM nightmares on today's Dude Grow Show. Kind of like kitchen nightmares on weed. What's going on? Let's do this. What's up, chat?
Hang on.
How y'all
Of
doing?
course, I'm having technical difficulties, dude. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it be? Hang on. I can hear
Yeah, we
everything.
weren't late because we were getting
Yeah.
high. We were late because of computers.
Well, hang on. If we're going to be honest, I needed to. All right, I needed an attitude adjustment, man, with the mobile technical rig and all that, man. But hey, I should be all right, man. Do I have my tech guy here? Is Banner here,
dude?
Yeah, I don't go anywhere without my tech guy, man. All right, hell yeah, man. It's working, everybody. Let's hang out. Happy Wednesday.
Yeah, let's hang out, guys. We did a post over on Dude Grows that is for producers to help build the show on IPM Nightmares, and I'm going to help all of them beat their bugs. We're going to go into some basic overview too, like what the hell is IPM? How do you keep them away? And what's going on? Thickum says Scotty's always on vacay. This isn't vacay. You're not on vacay.
You know what? I will show. Yeah, unfortunately, I am here. A buddy of mine passed away. I am now to the point where I have friends that pass away from almost old age. Not really. Anyway, my buddy got pancreatic cancer and passed away like that. So just enjoy your lives, everybody. You never know. This guy had like a month notice, man. So definitely enjoy your lives, man. And I'll tell you what, at the end, I will say, not to get heavy, but what was most important to him at the end was his friends. It wasn't his money and his cars and all that. It was his friends. Who's going to come visit me? It was interesting.
I love
it was real paradigm shift.
I love it's the assumption when anybody sees a palm tree or like a pool in the background, they're like, oh, vacay. That's definitely vacay.
Let's be honest. That's what I'm saying. My buddy lived a beautiful life. I didn't know until I went to and heard his eulogy. The guy was a genius in the 90s. In like 1990, the year I graduated high school, he was maybe 6, 7 years older than me. Just made money in computers. And by the time I knew him, he just loved good weed. He was the kind of guy that would just never bust your balls, always just ask you for the best of the best, and then smoke it with you in his mansion while cooking filet for you, man. He was a cool, generous dude, and definitely taught me about that abundance mindset. You don't want a scarcity, man. You want to think abundance, man. If you got abundance, share it.
Let's yes, share the wealth. Take it to IPM though. Hey, I want to know. I'll start it. You wanted the overview. You want your overview here on IPM. For me, integrated pest management. Well, what do I do? And I don't have pests, so how am I going to manage them? And you know me, I definitely I like to scout. I don't have super big grows. It's very easy for me. And when I say I don't have pests, I'm lying. I had thrips my last grow because they came on the clones, and I broke all kinds of rules. And I wanted to sign up for the challenge, but I just scout, man. Go ahead, take it. I mean, what's your IPM?
Oh, I was just laughing. You said the challenge. What is the challenge, man?
I was confident.
Mardi Gras with no condoms. Sorry, man.
Been there.
Oh
shit!
Damn, Grambo, we're live. No edits allowed.
Oh no, seriously. IPM is kind of that's the reason I said that. It's not waiting to have a problem before you have to go and try to solve it. It's making sure that you don't have a problem, man. Being careful and mostly being smart, and it does just follow common sense, doesn't it, IPM? If you think about it.
It does, and it's definitely smart to do. I mean, I gotta say what's up. What's up, Frosted Garden and Holy Toledo 420. See, Sonny's in the chat. Sargasm, I'm gonna try to do two things at once and keep the chat going when I can't. Chalky Nugs. So you asked me. Some people are prone. They know that at a certain point in their grow, they're prone to get this problem or this pest, or if you've grown out long enough that you're gonna have something coming, spray. I haven't had anything in a long time. I'm not saying that I won't get something. Sorry, I got to back up. I did have thrips because I asked for them because I wanted the challenge. I feel like I'm lying to myself. I'm like in denial. But yeah, for me, IPM is just like if you have a small enough area, like a lot of people are in grow tents, right? Smaller indoor room closet, whatever it may be, then scout hard. And that for me is the first thing to do for IPM. You don't have to go in necessarily if you don't know what you're spraying for, you don't know why you're spraying or spray tools, but scouting and thoroughly. That's why I like hand watering, because it's what's made every plant site as well.
Yep. So when you say scouting, I mean, I know it sounds fancy. One of the most important tools for that, I think, is one of those mechanics tools that I have that I just sit on and roll around on, a dollar. It's cool. And just a $5 or $10 jeweler's loop that you get. And to be able to roll around and be looking just comfortably sitting there, whether you got a joint in your mouth or what, but you're cruising around and not in a rush and looking at every branch, have a scissor in your hand and have a scope in your hand, right?
Yeah, yeah. And that being, you guys want to have the best ones or the ones that have, well, actually, if you have a badass phone camera, that works pretty damn well. As loops, we have DTC loops if you want to get submerged 30 times and 60 times magnification. Or the handheld Bluetooth devices that connect to your phone, super easy, like $29 on Amazon. There's so many good ways to scout thoroughly these days to see down to like 100 times magnification, knowing what you're dealing with. And that's a huge importance too. Go ahead.
You don't need to. Sorry to interrupt, but man, you know I'm never trying to make this more complicated than it needs to be. This is as simple as sitting on a stool and grabbing a jeweler's loop, put a joint in your mouth, and you just kind of hang out and spend an hour cruising the roads, you know.
And shout out to Banner Gramber. Man, I just made Grambo and Banner.
Gramburger. Yeah, I like that, man. I like
Banner. How do they get the merch? Is it realgtc.com/merch?
Yep.
Okay, there you go. You get your loops, get a hat. We're gonna have some new hats coming soon. We got grow journals, all types of good stuff over there.
I need a hat that looks like
agree.
this, you know. Yeah, that's my headdress right there.
I have a question. I have a question.
Where's your classical music coming from?
You know what? That's my boy practicing piano. I'm sorry.
You know what? If that's the case, then it's beautiful. Okay.
Yes,
If it's
I think it's okay.
I didn't realize you guys could hear
this
that.
is
Sorry.
the music. Come on.
What's your question?
Okay, so what I was going to say is, everybody talks about, oh, you got to do IPM. And then it sounds to me like something you do in a commercial operation, like a standard operating procedure or something. So, like, I understand the general principles, but I'm curious if you guys actually, like, schedule it out, write it down. Like, do you keep notes? Like, or do you literally have a plan? Like, on Thursdays, I do this. I'm curious because it seems to me like the whole thing about it is really having like a pattern and a repetition to it where it's just kind of like a habit. But I don't know. It's like, do you keep track of it or do you just kind of wing it?
Or being, it's really, you go first, dude.
Yes, definitely. I mean, again, not to be repetitive, my first step of IPM is continuing to look hard at everything. Easy for me because I'm in a smaller grow. And then if I develop a plan after I define my problem, I don't know what my plan is going to be until I know specifically what my problem is going to be.
Maddie, you might need to mute the piano. It's getting heavy.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Here.
There we go.
Rambo,
yes.
Can you throw up real quick that Arbico pest guide? Do you have that link handy?
Hey, Rambo, marking at it, will you, man? I want to smoke weed. Oh.
There we go. So this is a great way. Dude, if I scroll this, and I'll scroll down, give her a little scroll, Grambo, so it looks sexy, to like thrips or whatever, and you click on it, it's going to give you all the biological options to tackle it. It's going to give you the different products that are like mode of action with natural products as far as being like biological modes of action, funguses that can attack their larval stage, or living insects, or as well different spray combinations. So this is how I develop my plan, Banner. As far as I'm going to look at what I need to do when, understand the life cycle of what I'm battling 100%. How many ways can I battle it? Like a thrip, you can battle it in the soil and while it's on the plant, but 2 times at once. If that's not the way to say it, though. 2 times at once. Does that work?
But that's double like after you've identified a problem, right? Do you have a plan?
Correct.
Or do you do anything before, like preventative measures? And do you plan that out? Like Thursdays, I use, Lost Coast.
I should. I probably
I'm just curious if people do that because like that, I think, is one of the most important things about doing it, is that the preventatives are like, couldn't be more important, so that you're not, chasing a pest. You're behind the ball if you find it. You know what I mean?
Well, what's the most important for me, the most important preventative is having a good environment for them, keeping them in a situation that they're going to thrive in. If what am I thinking? Temperature. If it's too hot, there's bugs. Grambo, I don't know if you can find it, but there is a spider mite life cycle thing that I found about like how temperature, basically the life cycle of a spider mite. And as the temperature goes up, these things, although saying this, increase in birth rate exponentially. I mean, they literally go nuts, man. Yeah, look at that. 3 days, man. Yeah,
it says
it doesn't take long, bro.
No.
So what about, how about, do you guys do anything as a habit, let's say when you're getting ready to flip? So one of the guys that I learned from, he always would do the sulfur like second week of flower, because like before, all that, and just to make sure like the last kind of blast of it. Like, I'm just curious if you guys do anything like that.
Is he treating the problem he doesn't have, though, man? I mean,
wait a minute.
Yes, he is. He's it's Commander Mikey. He makes sure that like nothing is a lot, like, crawling around in flower before he gets to the point where there's no turning back. He can't spray anything,
Yeah, I don't. For me, it's about good environment. You start with a good environment. You start with good cultural practices. You don't walk through the yard with your, with the same shoes and socks and shorts that you're going to be walking in the grow with. You don't go grab scissors from the shed and use your scissors or any tools in there. That's cultural practices, I think, is a huge part of IPM.
So, but he's saying a strategic point here, Commander Mikey, and I agree with this, and I should be doing this. So this ties together day one. Let's say you're going into, what, am I good?
No, it's just Commander Mikey is awesome, and that name is freaking hilarious. Sorry.
So when you're going into bloom, we definitely don't want to have bugs once flowers start forming, because the way you're going to handle them is going to become limited, potentially owing to biological or active like insect controls, which can be expensive or not available, but where you're at. So we like to preach day one is a nice time to thin out your canopy a good amount in flower. Day one, you just flipped your lights to 12-12. So while you just thinned out your canopy, it is also a really good time to do a maintenance spray. Like you're saying, Banner, that you don't have anything, but hell, why not? The canopy's thin out. Then again, at day 20, we like to thin out our canopy. And I'm willing, there's going to be some pistils and flowers formed, but not to any major degree. After that thinning, I'd be willing to spray again. You don't have to wait till day 20, but what I'm getting at, 2 times, if you want, spray 2 times before you get your pistils to form, just to have that insurance that nothing's coming with you into flower. I love that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Fighting and having sex behind me, man.
I'm going to do a Scotty and just go, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, IPM, man. But
I like it.
So what else, man? I will say scoping, and then if we're talking about not cultural practices, but actually best practices for the plant, man, thinning that canopy out is huge. Getting airflow. I mean, airflow is IPM, bro. There you go. I said it.
Mm-hmm. Floor fans, wall fans, double floor. I mean, you want air everywhere. Do the smoke test in your grow. If when you blow a one hit out off your J, like it should just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. All your canopy should be dancing just a little. And I keep reminding people a floor fan, even in my 4x3 tent, I have 2 little fans that are just set. They're 6 inches and they're pointing upwards off the floor. So like you want to stir all that air.
What do you guys think? You use the traps? I definitely use the sticky traps, the yellow
Always
ones
good to have
and the blue ones. But I use them mostly not to cure anything, but to monitor, to see if I've got, is there anything showing up? I'll get a couple of fungus gnats usually showing up. But if I see spider mites or, God forbid, an aphid, that's your first. And what is the aphids? Do they use the blue ones? And no, thrips. The thrips, like the blue
Thrips.
ones. Yeah.
Blue ones in Canada.
Blue ones and yellow ones.
I just wanted to add that those sticky traps are great for what you're talking about, but they will not get rid of your infestation ever.
No, they're for monitoring.
It's
That's why
just
they
to
have
show you what's there. Yeah, it
That's-
doesn't
that's
really knock the population down.
And just so you know, they have those grids on them. I say this frequently to let people know, but that's where you're supposed to count. Each one of those little squares makes it a little manageable, countable area. And so that's how you know if you're winning or losing the war.
Yeah. Let's take why don't we touch on these real DTC? You want to touch on? There's some good comments on your post.
Touching on the
Rambo,
real DGC. You go touching on the real DGC, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Rambo,
give a
touch on
shout
the
out
real
to I got a shout out to LJ Jones. He's been
Yes.
sick. It's good to see you, buddy. He's
Oh,
getting
yeah,
out of
right
the
on.
oncologist. It's always good to see him, and a special shout out to you. We're all rooting for you, buddy.
Yes.
Right on, LJ.
Yes, what great DGC, man. Solid, sir.
Where are we going,
dank
boys?
Ass basement. RealTGC.com. Over to the IPM Nightmares post. We had some good conversations, starters over here, and I like to pretend like when I hear, like when I was in the grocery store, when the times we were. Yes, well, I pretend back in the day. Man, when Eric Holder, or I don't know if that was his name, the Attorney General said the feds aren't going after medical marijuana in 09, 012. I don't know.
09. Remember, 9 days later, I was there. 9 days later, I was to get there, bro. He called me up. I asked my wife. She said, "Yup."
But no, there's so many people getting into the grow game and already in the grow game. An 8-hour shift, a 10-hour shift at the grow store. You're on the feet the whole time, helping as many people as you could. So the rule of thumb would be like, all right, real quick, what do you got? They'd be like, spider mites. Okay, I got the elevator pitch. Here we go. So I like to try and give advice quick.
But what was it?
Hit them hard.
Well, in 2009, be honest, what was it?
I mean, first the overuse of the pyrethrum bombs.
And that, come on, but they were slinging shady stuff, man. What was that one product? I will bring it up.
The Eagle 20.
The Eagle 20 was, but they would lie and they would put it in bottles.
Guardian, maybe Guardian.
Guardian, yes. It was this stuff where they would just put these poisons in there. What was that?
Not imichloropride.
I can't remember the poison.
Else. It's a miticide. It's an ornamental miticide, and basically we promoted Guardian, and people are like, "This shit works so good for not being anything
Banner. What's with that laugh?
Dude, it kills everything.
Yeah, and when it's too good to be true, it probably is. I was just at my bamboo nursery. We have ants there, and you definitely use chemicals there, and you just got to know what it is. And there's no like magic cure. There's no, you're not going to put vinegar on the weeds and they're going to go away, man. I wish it worked like that.
I'll take a comment here. We'll hit on these quickly with different pests. We're on spider mites now. So Smokey the Bear producer, what's up, says, I've been growing a long time. I've had spider mites so effing bad. I had to shut down the grow completely, totally disinfect and fumigate the whole house and not grow for a whole season. So I'm like, dude, where you been? I don't know, Smokey the Bear. There are different circumstances, but spider mites, if you're on top of them, you should be able to find them before they're a huge population and beat them down. And to beat them down, I would say, and finding them, we already talked about scouting
anymore, dude. It's got educated.
And if we're in veg, I mean, if you're finding them in flower, it's a different thing if you're in veg. And I would tell somebody to thin their canopy, remove the most populated leaves. Sometimes spider mites will find a leaf down low. You're like, damn, there's like a lot on there. Just remove all those, put them in a bag as you go along. Pick your own spray product. There's a lot out there. Lost Coast Plant Therapy is one. We used to recommend, Scotty, this recipe, SM90 and neem oil mixed together. And I don't even remember what SM90 was.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it was either, but you can't go. I'm over it. It's 2025, right? I got that right? There's no excuse, man. You can ask chat, you can ask Google, you can ask Real DGC community, but there's no excuse to just buy something and then use something you don't understand what it is.
Here's where people mess it up. Go ahead, Jeff.
I was going to say the SM90 has an amazing smell, and I have about a quarter cup of it left.
You still have some?
I still have some.
Why is it off the market now?
It went off for a
Oh.
while. I don't know if it came back or not. I don't think it's available anymore. But it
I'm out.
smells
Let me-
like it has an awesome coriander smell.
Yeah, the first article I found about it is just titled "What Happened to All the SM90?"
Yeah,
I'm
man.
action.
So let's say,
oh, I remember that SM90.
Yeah.
You're talking about the mixed. It was the non-ionic surfactants. Yeah, it used to reduce the surface tension of the water. That's what
Yeah.
chat says, man. It just says it's a
So-
wetting agent, which is very non-sexy. Coriander oil, canola oil,
It
and
smells so good, though.
So you're smothering them. You're smothering them with that product. Let me finish the thought here.
Yes,
There's
sir.
whatever. There's green cleaner out there. There's different sprays that have mint or whatever you want. Neem. Some people still dig on neem oil. It's effective, concentrated as a diractin. There's a lot of options. But here's where it goes wrong is I would have people, whatever you want, I'm going to pick because good supporters of this community, Lost Coast Plant Therapy. And I'd say, okay, you've identified spider mites, you've thinned your canopy, you've gotten rid of the much vegetation that had a bunch of eggs or active adults on it. Now you're going to spray. You're going to make sure you get the bottom side of the leaves. Some sprayers have a nozzle that turn up. You can get foggers that work well, and you're going to get thorough coverage. I used to take each plant out of my room and I would put it in my garage on top of like a 5-gallon bucket so I didn't have to bend, and I could work it like I'd dance around it in thorough coverage. It's not always feasible for everybody. And then you're going to do it again a week later, and then you're going to do it again a week later, and you're going to mark the calendar every time you do it. And that's where grower error comes in. Like, I got them all. That was kind of a bitch to spray the whole grow. I think I got them all. And those eggs, man, the eggs not all sprays are effective on eggs. You got an egg laying over here. So you got to be thorough and keep track of it, Scott. Thorough.
Yes, he's a good man and thorough. Thank you very much, man. Hey, you got, when it comes, like I said, I have I don't flex the nursery that much, but I'm here, I'm working it. When you go and buy pesticides, they have modes of action. It's very important that it shows the mode of action right on the bottle. And you don't want to use similar modes of action. You want to switch it up. Because if you're just using, the same thing over and over again, the plants that you did, the bugs or the eggs that you didn't get much on, but got a little bit of it, got just a little bit enough to get immunity, to start making immunity. And for real good pesticides, or strong pesticides, I'll say, there's tons of them. They just don't work anymore. That's why they got to come up with these new crazy poisons all the time. It is very easy to build resistance. And then that means I got to bust out my favorite t-shirt.
Yes.
There's no resistance to being eaten. Thank you very much.
The other thing with that is just to touch on for sure, we used to get cases of those pyrethrum bombs, cases and pallets of them at the grow store. Growers be coming in and buying cases of them, just chucking them in the grow. All right, we're bombing the spider mites. And I started to do that sometimes. And then one time I did it, and the next day when lights came on, there was at least still 50% of those bastards crawling around. They did not care about that pyrethrum. They're like, nope, we're like, you guys have been doing this too much to us.
That is the poster child for it, is pyrethrum. It just doesn't work for most bugs anymore because everybody used it. You got to pair the mode of action up with the life cycle of the bug that you're trying to eliminate. Because remember, these things don't kill the eggs. So as soon as the eggs hatch, you got to get them before they get into that adult stage where they can lay more eggs. You got to kill the nymphs, bro. That's scientific terms, man. You check that, bro. You check that, all right? Hey, I did it.
I got to give a shout out here to Smokey the Bear. Grambo, I'm going to feature this ACI Forge. So Smokey the Bear is saying VPD, man. He says, I've also noticed, VPD keeps a lot of pests away. And for his VPD, he's using the Cloud Forge humidifier, which there's a couple sizes of these from ACinfinity.com. Look how sexy they look. Scotty's like, dude has like the European like hotel room, grow room.
Yes. It's sexy, man.
ACinfinity.com, coupon code Dude Grows for all their pimp gear over there. Check it out. And I want to get my hands
anymore.
Yes. Well, it's good to have that also for when you have your dry tent. You know, if you need to add a little bit of humidity, it has such like a nice controls as far as the amount, like the stream, sort of very minimal. And if you use it with their 69 controller, it's super precise. I've seen it keep my humidity within 1 point. Shout out. And thanks, Smokey the Bear.
What's the relationship between the VPD and the pest pressure?
Your piano
I mean,
is freaking hilarious. Oh shit! Yes.
Spider-Man breeding chart. I don't know if I don't have one in front of me, but you know, the hotter it is, and the drier it is, I believe they freaking party, man. They breed like
Whoa,
crazy.
yeah. Oh hell yeah! Spider mites definitely love it dry, hot and dry for them. And I mean, ready, Banner? You're a math guy. Their birth rate increases exponentially.
Really?
Well,
For real though, man. I mean, it goes from like 5, a day to 500 a day, something ridiculous like that. From 75 degrees to 90 degrees. I think they kind of most bugs max out at like 90. But yeah, it's that big of a difference, man.
also, the proper VPD in your grow. I mean, we're being fancy. The proper temperature and humidity levels that your plants like in your grow will keep them happy and healthy. And if you have healthy plants, that would be step one in keeping bugs away from them. They can have
Can
some
we
natural
just stop
defenses.
with VPD being fancy already? Then we're gonna have to call RPMs and MPH fancy. It's your temperature and humidity. We should be able to call it VPD, man. We're
Okay,
growers
okay,
here.
all
We're
right.
doing the show for 10 years. Thank you very much.
Okay, but what about stuff that comes into your grow? Like if you let your pets in or your kids, or if you wear
Whoa,
your
no.
if you wear your street clothes, you know what I mean? What about stuff like that?
I gotta shout out here. That shouldn't happen.
Already
Bad
being
River Farms. Hold on. What do you? We got piano and bird rape.
yeah, the birds are doing it, man. Even the birds do it, brother.
Sorry, they're enjoying that. I used the wrong word. Hey, you got a great point.
It doesn't
Banner.
sound like it, man.
If you're if you're growing during the summer season when you're in and out, and you should be cautious even during the winter. But Bad River Farms executive producer mentions that at their indoor facility, we have a clean entry where we spray alcohol on our shoes and legs. There's also a HEPA air scrubber and a small change room if needed. The entry is also just another barrier us from bugs and pathogens. So I've seen that at facilities, and that's a smart move, man. If you can have, don't go in your grow in the shoes you mowed the lawn in. Don't same clothes. I always say it doesn't always work out for timing, but if somehow the time when you tend to your grow is right after you take a shower, that's the best time. Depending on what you
Yeah.
do. But yeah,
But come
keep the
on,
shits out.
there's stuff that we say we do, best practices and stuff we really do. Man, I don't change my clothes just to go into the grow though. I would never go if I mowed the lawn or did anything in the lawn. I wouldn't bring those same shoes in. I would probably change my shoes and socks. But
All right.
and just walking
You-
across concrete, I don't know if that's
You-
that big of a bust.
You let other people into your grow too. Like I go into your grow.
Yep. Then I just have
Dude, everybody
funny.
can
You can laugh
use
about it now.
And Kenny.
Yeah,
everybody can
blame
use an air
Kenny.
compressor. If you don't have an air compressor, get one. You'll use it for something, even if, as a grower, that's one other thing. I have a
Dudism.
video of it. A video of it in slow-mo where it's like it's right by the grow. So if I'm like out and I'm running quick, I just take the air compressor, blow all through my hair, my clothes. You know what I mean? It's pretty high compression air. And I know it's not a perfect thing, but definitely helps out. They have those air things you see on some grows where they have the right air pressure to make sure you're not bringing anything in, or like the butterfly house where like so the butterflies can't get out, that kind of shiz. You did?
But what about blowing all the stuff off you? If you've got powdery mildew spores or bugs and you just blow them off you into the,
Well, I'm not in the grow
infinite
yet. I'm not in the grow. I can do
Gotcha.
it just right. Yeah.
They
Hey,
leave
I
me
got another
alone with the
comment.
vacuum cleaner, man. I like that.
Thickums. This is a good one. Thickums says, my neighbor has used a Flowbee for all the over a decade I've known him. Isn't that what's called the Flowbee hair?
Wow, man, dude, see what God
Me?
just did, man. Dude, do you remember that was Banner's a marketer? We hang out and we try to sell stuff. The Flowbee was one of the first infomercials, man. It was
Dude, that was
shocking, bro. That's like when we weren't that much different than like if you turn on Russian TV, what you envision that they have going on there. Took the vacuum cleaner to the hair. It's bad
It
Russian.
sucks
Sorry.
while it cuts. For that,
Grambo. You get ready, Grambo.
certainly does suck.
I'm gonna get you to make a zinger on the fly, man.
All right, associate producer Thickums.
Yes.
When I first developed my living soil bed, I had crazy gnats, piles in the corners, stuck all over my fans, just everywhere. I used nematodes, mustard seed meal, and mosquito dunks to get rid of them over 3 weeks. So just to touch on those, like mosquito dunks have Bacillus thuringiensis israeliensis strain. They're not the most concentrated. Sometimes I've found those mosquito dunks to the hardware store or whoever had them, they're not super viable or consistently viable. If you want to get a Bacillus thuringiensis,
get the mosquito bits. Don't get the donut things. Get the bits. It's inoculated like bits of corn, and it works fantastically.
You top dress your plants with them. I've done that before with the bits. When you hand water through them.
I put a sprinkle in the hole, and then I put the root ball in, and then I put a little bit on top.
I tell the kids, you'll never get any more mature. No matter, you can try, but you're not gonna, man.
So Thickums also says, I can relate to this. I had spider mites in week 5 of flower, caught them from a palm out of Lowe's Hardware. How many of us have seen? Dude. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's a big deal, man. Landscape plants are dirty. So just be really careful going to Lowe's or the garden center or Home Depot, whatever. And you'd be surprised, man.
Yeah,
good
dude,
calling the bits, Banner. Good
those are the bits, man. That stuff is the best.
Palms at any hardware store are notorious for having spider mites on them. If you have if you ever go, like, that's another great tip. Don't be like in your green thumb Sunday. Oh, I'm gonna go to go to get some ornamentals and go to the greenhouse and the nursery. Like, I get excited for that shiz, and then also I'm still in that mode. I want to go in my grow, so be careful of that. Lastly, Thickum says, I still have the spider mites roaming the house years later. I now keep an arsenal of predators, various mites, rope beetles, fungi, and bacterias. I prefer live action over bottles and sprays. Nice.
Hell yeah, me too, brother. Me too. Yes. Hang on. I was just listening. What did somebody said something about a build a soil product? Rambo, did you get that? I Googled it.
Yeah, it was Cannabinoid Boyd. And I was like, yeah, you can head over to buildasoil.com / dude grows, right?
Yes, WDG, man. Water dispersible granules, bro. Sometimes called the dry flow.
Yeah, pretty cool, right? Yeah, buildasoil.com / dude grows, and then you can browse the whole site from there or whatever. But that is a highly soluble, concentrated, will last you a long time powder. I like that.
Rambo, is that your good rapper name? You go dry flow, man?
No, my rapper name is Sunny Nights.
Talk to me afterwards. You're gonna get chased off stage, man.
Thickums in the chat says, I missed part of that comment. Thickums, did I miss that you use ladybugs were used? Because ladybugs, if you're willing to have them, there we go. If you're willing to have them in your house, for me, I like ladybugs, but then I feel like guilty after. I'll find them in different places in my house, then I collect them all up and take them to back to the tent. It's like kind of a project. But they do work well. And for people that are paranoid about they're like, oh, all those little predators. I don't want to smoke these little predators in my buds, which they don't really get into your buds, though. That's not where they want to go. They go around and eat insects off the leaves.
Yeah, they're really good at navigating around the trichomes. They crawl around the trichomes. They're pretty good at
that. I do like ladybugs just because they're big enough to they're like your little pets. Hang out with them and whatnot. Start to name them.
Yeah, I
never realized.
Yes, sir.
Well, I was gonna say the life cycle of the ladybug. We think of the ladybug as like a red bug with spots. When they're in their different pubescent stage, they look crazy, and that's when they do a lot of their devouring too.
Grambo, give yourself a shout out, man. I watch your channel, man. You got good information. He's actually learned something, man.
I've been learning. It's how fun is growing. Growing is the funnest thing ever. What's the quote? It's like cannabis isn't addictive, but growing it is.
Oh, I thought it was those. No, okay. Anyway, you know what's more fun than growing, man? No, it's actually not more fun. But talking about it on the interwebs, man, sharing the information with people, getting info back. Yeah, it's just good times, man. I love it. This inspires me to learn more doing these shows.
Graham, I wanted to shout out here quickly to do I have the link up for Bad Rivers YouTube? I don't even know Bad River Farms little what is this? Little Sparkles here?
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Sparkle.
I'm Nick. I'm renaming them from Bad River Farms to the Bad River Fam. These guys are everywhere. They are supporting everybody. They are out in South Dakota, growing the dank, holding it down for like everyone up there in the north. They're killing it. Shout out to Mr. Sparkles. Shout out to Cody Whittaker. There he is, Cody.
Shout out to Thomas Cross. Says the only thing you got to worry about Grambo's channel is getting too much information. Yeah. I love it.
You'll get too much information. Lit Wick, you're my favorite. I like you.
Grambo's
And you said
a real human being, man, not like Scotty Reel's a fictional character.
Bad River Farms out there supporting everybody. Yeah, Bad River Farms is a DDC executive producer, so that's some support in what you're hearing right now. And Grambo on the boards, right? Fist bumps. All right.
Yes.
Thank you,
yes.
DDC.
Grambo is actually funny. And good hanging out. Oh, I shout out to anybody that's going to buy more recharge. So Amazing Thunderlip says, I need to order more recharge. That always get you a shout out, brother.
It's a good opportunity that we can say that if you guys do want to support the show, you can go over to realdgc.com. You can get in there like the Bad River Fam, and you can become a producer. You know, you guys have been calling them producers for a while, but they really are producers these days. They actually produce the show.
Hell yeah.
I got to on Scotty's post. We're putting up a post every week, guys. Make sure you click on the banner in the news feed or just go to the VIP lounge discussions, and you'll see every week we love you guys helping us build the show. Shout out to Holy Toledo. Who do we got? Lightning 93 was on here. I wish I could time to feature all these. Oh my God. I just looked at a picture of a bud like webbed over. And that's what I want to say. Like, where were you?
Man. But yes, so come on, man.
Commercial facility?
Miles more than the river of honey. No, this happens. Commercial facilities have their shit together for the most part. I mean, head growers at commercial facilities. Same way when I go to my buddy's nursery. Dude, the head growers they have there, whether you're growing poinsettias or cannabis, man, it's starting to mature. You're starting to get real head growers that have real IPM strategies and all that. So I don't know. I wouldn't expect to see really gross negligence at a commercial facility.
I got the gist here. There's one-eyed cat. Something about I think his dad.
No, read it, man. It's a great story. It's a great comment, man.
Okay, I'll take it. Shortly after, shout out One-Eyed Cat. Shortly after I started growing, my father decided to become a caregiver to make money, like all his poker buddies were doing. So he built a good-sized grow room and started growing. My father was in it for the money, not the plant, and didn't really understand what he was doing. Is that like your dad, Scotty?
Hey, my dad, I told him to listen. I gave him the link today. All right, man.
Take it
back. Yes, everything's cool. I said,
I took my family
embarrassing about me.
I took my family on a vacation and left him in charge of the grow. Oh no. The day we left, he called and said his friend had too many outdoor plants, so he gave us the bunch. Told my dad not to put them in the grow, put them outside in the outside garden. When we got back, I had then to go to summer camp for a week with my son. By the time I got back into the grow, it was too late. My father had put all those plants in the grow room and they all had spider mites. He didn't check the grow more than just to water, so he didn't notice the temp was high too. He created the perfect environment for mites to thrive, and this picture is what we came home to. Grandpa, I don't know if we can show the picture. It is a bud covered with webbing and hundreds of mites on one flower. It says the plants had webbing all over. It looked like moving sand had been poured on the top of them. Oh.
I think we can show just the tippy top of it, and it's not good. It's not good.
Oh, so yeah, basically he said, I spent an hour plus burning all 18 plants. By the time I was done, I was so high, I got in my car. I thought I had drove home. Damn, dude.
Oh man, that hurts.
if we are going to talk IPM, though, we really should talk about denial, because it is very easy to think to yourself, I don't know, they look a little funny. I don't know, okay, they'll pep back up, And then as soon as your plants look a little bit funny, a little bit off, it is time to start playing Magnum PI, man, and investigate it. Hey, Cat.
What's up, guys?
I'm surprised they still got spider mites, man.
Yeah, well, that was like 8 years ago. That was a long time ago. But that was a messed up experience because I had to burn everything, and I just kept on like standing in front of like the smoke, and so that was the most intoxicated I've ever been in my life.
That's so cool.
And I got in my car to leave, and because I was not at my house, and I thought I drove all the way home, and I went to go get out of the car and realized I was still in the driveway. I hadn't left the parking lot. And then I did drive home. And halfway home, I realized I had taken out a window to throw all the plants out of, and I left that window out. So, like, the grow facility was not locked. There was a window completely open that you just had to walk right through to get into. So I had to return back and fix
with your wife driving you, right?
No, unfortunately not.
Then you took a Waymo, right?
And your wife was driving.
All allegedly happened.
That's a fictional character, man.
But yeah, that was the worst spider mites I've ever seen in my life. And can you imagine like walking into your grow? After that, it was just like, I am not ever letting my dad run the grow again. Like he's offered before, and I'm like, no, I'll train somebody else.
You gotta, anytime you get bugs, man, or at least for me, I gotta blame myself. I either didn't give good instructions to somebody or just didn't do a good job myself. How easy is it to take clones from somebody? I think Kat, your fictional character might have sent me some clones. JR sends me, oh yeah, he's got a business doing it, right? Anyway, but getting something like that is a risk too. You really better trust who you get them from. And even if you do, it's on you to quarantine, bro.
Well, I wasn't home, and I told them not to put it in the grow.
I'm not looking at you. We're talking to a few thousand people, I think. So it's on all of us. We can take in clones. You can do, it's about having some best practices. And actually, let's start babysitting in the gang. All right, man.
Yeah, I have to show that every time we talk about IPM and pets. I have to show that picture because it scares people. It's just like, don't let this happen. Bro. And that shows you like how bad, like that was 2 weeks, and that just high heat, high humidity, and they just took off. So
what are we looking for? Spider mites. We're looking for a little spot, right? On
spots on the leaves to start with.
Get it off, man. Rambo.
When you see the webbing, it's pretty late. Like once you see the webbing, you're pretty well into it, and you should probably think about just cutting and restarting. But
you're looking for little spots on the
and then little speckles and spots on your leaves. And if you look underneath them, you'll be able to see them with your jeweler's loop. So it's something that I used to have a problem with it quite often in the past, and because I dealt with it enough, I've formed habits and IPM plans that I have not had them in a few years.
What's your most important 3 things for IPM? What would you say? Come on, right on the spot, brother.
Right on the spot.
2, 3.
Like I have a routine of like spraying. So I spray. Right now, I've been doing it every 2 weeks because I haven't had anything. But I spray Lost Coast one time, and then I do Dr. Zymes the next time. So I rotate. I don't stick with the same thing every time.
Yeah.
I make sure all plant material goes outside. I keep my grow room clean. And when I bring things in, if there's nothing in the dishwasher, that's my quarantine area because I can keep that contained. But anything new comes in, gets quarantined and treated for a couple weeks. Small clones get dipped. They usually get covered, if they are in plugs and everything, it's a lot easier. But when they're in a cup, I cover the cup in soil, and I'll flip them upside down and dip them into Lost Coast or Zymes.
That really is huge, man.
I wanted
you get
to ask
100%
about
coverage that way.
sulfur. I haven't used it a lot. I'm talking a sprayable, soluble sulfur. And I did one time, and I didn't like it left a little discoloration on my leaves. Not a huge deal, but I don't know. It's just like I'm being picky. But it's kind of a twofer. Like sulfur will work on most like thrips, spider mites, but also if there's any mold or mildew spores present. So yeah, wet solbine, wettable sulfur. Seems like that's a good tool to have, and even to switch up with other stuff, like Kat was just mentioning. But you got to be careful. If you are using a sulfur spray, I believe you either need to make sure you haven't used anything oil-based in a certain amount of time.
Yep.
Make sure you're on top of that.
Yes, 100%, dude. And it's up to a couple weeks. I've been on those forums, and I've seen there's so many people that have burnt the shit out of their plants applying sulfur just too late.
Yeah, Cody Whittaker says must be rinsed off, but sulfur is key in RIPM.
Oh yeah, all right. I did ask the chat, man, what their IPM's all about. So I don't know, Banner, take a look, man. Yeah, Saul Bunyan, man, Saul Bunyan. Wow, I gotta know what you look like. You gotta show up to the next DGC Cup, man.
Oh, Smokey the Bear saying I can't
Okay,
stress
hang
BPD enough. Yeah, go ahead.
Primo's Garden, Lost Coast, and Cucumaris. Did we even talk about beneficial insects yet? Beneficial predators yet?
Not a ton. I always looked at it, and it doesn't have to be this way. Is beneficials for me are going to be when flowers are developed enough that I'm not willing to spray anything on them, because there's other products that are cheaper, and because there's other products that are cheaper and easier to use for me. That and if I'm just going to be on my spray program, and you got to be careful. You can't do both of them. You obviously don't want to spray your beneficials.
Sure.
But that was the way I used to use them.
Why not? Why would you not prefer the bugs? Just you drop. I mean, I'm lazy. What's Dale Brown say? You got to get lazier, man. You take some beneficials. You make sure. Who just said it in the chat as well? VPD. I cannot stress VPD enough. When you have the right environment for the plants, it's not the ideal environment for the bugs. Then when you find that's why we're not just using any bugs. That's why he likes, what is it, cucumaris, he said, because they will handle a lower humidity and still be able to, or some of them can handle a higher humidity, depending on what you're doing, and still be effective, though. I think that's key, man.
Yeah. Kuzma says predatory mites are amazing, and you might be right. If you have it implemented in to where it's easier than doing a spray, I could be down. I've always seen it more in bigger grows or greenhouses or climate controlled outdoor grows where people are leaning towards them. But yeah, you're right. And another thing with that, let me touch on, is having a multiple approach with different products. Because for thrips, for example, you can spray for the adults that are on foliage, they're active, they're already out of the soil, but then also at the exact same time use beneficial nematodes, which work great. Again, I'll shout out to Arbica Organics to get some of that shiz. And then you're killing two different life stages at the same time, and that's a great way to hit bugs.
Yes. Look, I'm not interrupting.
Baby Satan. No, Baby Satan in the game says the only problem I have is my one cat likes to eat my plants. Well, you just have to. What can eat the cat? What do you got to get that eats the cat?
Well, what is neem? Isn't neem just? I mean, it tastes so bad. It smells really
Who's
terrible.
eating it?
Seed oil.
Anti-eat. Bugs are eating it. And I wonder if or not eating it, and I wonder if the cat would not eat it as well. The neem, I think. I mean, yes, it's an oil, but it also has a terrible taste to it. So the chewing insects or bugs don't like the taste.
Shout out to One-Eyed Cat for the Alf joke.
That was
very fat. That was fat. Who eats cats? Alf, my man.
Cat. Wow, man, dude, I remember Alf existed, but I don't. It was ahead of its time, man. Alf was weird in 1984 when nothing was weird. Weird couldn't have been less cool in 1984, man. It was square.
I want to do a shout out here, Gorembo on the fly, for you guys to check out realdtc.com/deals. That's where our coupon codes are listed with our trusted DGC embedded gear. Shiz I run, Scotty's run, the crews run. We got AC Infinity, Lost Coast Plant Therapy, Real Growers, realgrowers.com. Don't forget about your recharge, grow dots in real buckets. I said the last show, I'm seeing a lot of real buckets on real DGC. You guys posting your grow and producers. What's up?
Hang on. I'll shout out the producer, Canorado Chris. Banner. Dude, I'm getting pictures of my friends just showing me the roots out of their real buckets. And I'm proud, man. I am psyched, dude. They actually work. Something I invented actually works, dude.
I was just about to say that. Like my version, like when you're like, Grambo, you're actually funny. I'll retort, I'll go, Scott, your growth system actually works. It's really good, dude.
The new inserts are really nice. They're stiffer. They're very nice, and dude, the roots are like on turbocharge.
You're a roots guy?
No, but I knew you'd catch that.
Wow. Okay. Roots is what? That's Ohio, right? There's a very specific
I don't know.
Roots.
I don't know, but no, but the buckets make for a really mean root ball. It is it's impressive.
It is impressive, sir.
It is like a pump, sir.
Whoa.
Pumps. It is pumping into the plant.
Yeah. It's using gravity, man. It's using osmotic pressure, sir.
We'll go to Real Growers, realgrowers.com. Don't forget, grower dividends for DTC producers. You get 30% off Real Growers. And don't forget also, come hang out at our clubhouse, realdtc.com. We almost have 7,000 growers there now, free to join. But while you're there, realdtc.com/upgrade. If you have enjoyed this show, if you'd had a laugh, or we've helped your grow, we are DGC supported, making the show happen. So thank you, producers.
Yes, get you an upgrade. Yes, you can get an upgrade. Yes.
He's going to get his money.
Yes. Good movie, man. Classic.
So what else
Rambo.
do we do?
Hang on, just for some bullshit. And that's Mike Judge that did Idiocracy, Rambo.
Yeah, I think he's one of the goats of comedy. He did Beavis and Butthead, King of the Hill, Office Space, Idiocracy, Silicon Valley's great. He's one of the goats.
Wow, he is, man. Wow, very cool. That's my kind of humor right there.
It's a little too real these days, if you guys.
Well, it's not his fault. Idiocracy came true, man.
We got any Michigan DGC in the chat? We're working on a trip out to I think Michigan. Matt said there's a show that he's putting on in maybe the Pontiac area, October 30th, the day before Halloween. So I think we might be in Michigan for Halloween. Told Grambo we're gonna go.
I didn't agree to that, man.
We're going. I'm going. I'm going.
Get out scary, here, man. What do they call it? Devil's Night? Isn't that the day before Halloween? In Michigan, that's
what's scary about Detroit at night,
Everything will be fine. I know Matt. I know Michigan Matt, man. Don't worry. I can't have the weed, man.
It would be good to go, but we're working on that because I know there's some DGC in Michigan and would love to hang out in Michigan. Matt's OG crew, and he's got events he's putting on now. So I said, heck yeah, we do events. So let's get that going on.
Hey, Litwick says Mitten represents. Dude, Michigan represents. We've been doing this show for 10 years. I've been selling Recharge for probably 10 years. And dude, the amount of growers that are in Michigan is impressive.
Yeah. No, I dig. I've never been.
Scott, 12 years.
12. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It's amazing.
Michigan grows a lot of good bud, dude.
They sure do. I'll go.
We should hit on our other channels here. If you guys like the short versions of us, you can go to Real DG. No, not Real DGC. Dude Grows Grow Talk is where you can find us on. There we go. Dude Grows Grow Talk. Do some fun shorts over there, 10 minutes or less. Usually single subject like flip timing secrets. Maxed out terpenes.
Yes,
and those come out every Monday, right? And every Monday and Friday. Every Monday and Friday, catch those, you guys, because they're good. We put a lot of effort into them. They're one of my favorite things.
Yeah, they are good. I talk about one thing for at least 8 minutes. Oh, you know what? I'm smarter at the end. It takes me a while to make sure I got my facts together with those. I do a little bit of homework on them, and then by the end of doing that little 10-minute show, man, I am really smarter about something. So yeah, take the shortcut. Just listen.
Yes.
You'll learn
And
something.
I always like to remind people they're not clips from we don't clip the hour show
No.
and put it out. These are handmade, built from scratch, hardcore grow talk. It's fun. That's
They
why
are handmade, Rambo. You are right, man. Each one of us, man.
Artisan.
I type with
These are
my hand.
Artisan can of content, baby.
You know what artisan means? I Googled it one time.
What's it mean?
It's art that actually has a use. So it's not art just for art's sake, but it's like a bread. Artisan bread is somebody's art, but you get to eat the bread at the end.
I gotta say, I'm looking at an artisan, right? I'm looking at this artisan right here. What's going on?
Yeah, baby. Dude, I actually got into epigenetics last week. Look at those titles, man. We let High C go nuts with them because they kind of work. Top secret, baby. Dripping with resin. Okay. Dude, we got into epigenetics last week, and that is so freaking interesting. And I'll geek out on it for 2 seconds and say, when I learned that when you see that
if
DNA,
you're trying to grow,
yeah, baby, I trust that guy. When you're looking at that DNA that they show you in every picture, that is empty. That is the model. And in real life, there is stuff glommed all over the outside of that is either expressing, turning something on, or blocking it and turning it off. It's interesting to think about that. There's a bunch of comments in there about identical twins. There's some of the DGC that has identical twins. Chick Banner has identical twins, man. And man, it's very interesting to see they grow same house and all that, and they're different. One of them plays piano. No, but that's the same thing as two clones, man. Two clones are two identical twins, but the epigenetics, what you do to it outside of its genes, changes everything, man. It's very cool. All right, I'm done.
No, you're not done. You're not done. I think you wanted to give an update. I wanted to see what. Oh, we can't forget about Grambo Gross. Sorry, Grambo. What has Grambo Gross been up to?
I had ICANN THC on my stream last week, and you know what my proudest thing that I did with the Grambo Grows channel, I looked I'm an analytics nerd as far as like everything that's going on, and there's vidIQ is a tracking software. It'll tell you about what's going on YouTube. And the Dude Grows, DGC Shorts, Scotty Real 420, and Grambo Grows were all in the top 9 viewed videos this week. Out of the 9 videos, we were 6 of them, guys. And I was proud, baby. I know. Me and Scott, we put a lot of effort in. Dude is the one who masterminds this whole. We always say, like, Scott's the engine, Dude's the steering wheel. He keeps us on the track. And I was very proud. Thank you, DGC, for supporting everything we do. Grambo Grows, Scotty Real 420.
Banner's got to be the mechanic then, right? Banner's got to be the mechanic.
Banner is the mechanic.
Everything running. He's in the engine room. Yeah. Woo.
Sweating.
Yes.
This supposed to be hard to steer sometimes. There we go.
Yeah. Thank you, DGC. And thank you to the 340 people in chat. We see you guys. Dude Grows 3.0 is it's coming back to life. Thank you guys. Subscribe if you want.
Rambo, you're the helmsman, okay? You're at the helm.
I thought he was the comedian.
He's both, man. All right. It depends when he gets to port.
I wanted to touch on, Scotty, you got some bamboo action. Actually, more than that, RealDGC.com, you got a little discussion going, and I think this is in I don't know if this is in your feed you got going on, but Battlemorph was asking you about this. What's going on over here?
Yeah, this is cool, man. Hang on, I've lost my format, but Battlemorph was talking about. Hang on, where am I, man? He's talking about bamboo. What the heck is it? Somebody look at it, man. Hang on a second.
I got it. He's got a YouTube video that said, "Have you ever heard her info about bamboo, polysaccharides, and boost?"
Well, hang on a second. Hey, I got it now, man. Okay, this is a bamboo, and it's a post posted by Battlemorph, but it features. Remember Jordan from the Growcast?
Mm-hmm.
he's got a video, and it's a video featuring Luna Whitcomb, and it's about employing polysaccharides and protozoa to turbocharge your soil. And this is the shit. If my wife catches me watching this, it like she just rolls her eyes. It's like, are you kidding me? But it was really interesting, man. And it was I don't know if you can click it, but it was talking about bamboo. It's in the end, but she talks about bamboo. It's the only girl that gets more excited than me when she talks about bamboo. But it's because she's taken the fresh shoot, and it's the bamboo's the fastest growing plant on land, and it's because it are the fastest growing land plant, and that shoot has so many hormones in it. It is like phytohormones, growth hormones. It is growing at like 18 inches a day, to the point where I can take a bucket and put it over one of those, because if you're going to eat it, you don't want the sun to harden it. I'll put a 5-gallon bucket over that thing when it's this tall, and it'll lift the bucket up by the end of the day. That's how I know it's time to harvest it. But
I've never seen Jordan pay more attention
yeah,
than he is right now.
I can't tell, Grandpa. Yeah. Anyway, this girl was very smart and very cool, and she got excited about bamboo. So she's a kindred spirit, man.
You got excited. I'm
Yes.
poking around
Are
the
you excited
format
about
here. I'm
bamboo?
seeing you were on a bamboo expedition this week. That's crazy.
I was. Well, I just, what got me into it. By the way, hang on. I got to say one thing about bamboo. Yes, it's the fastest growing plant. I'll differentiate on land. You know what's the fastest growing plant on Earth, sir? Kelp. Kelp is the fastest growing plant on Earth. So, yeah, just remember that, man. That's why she was using the bamboo shoots in her fermented plant extracts, is because it's loaded with these hormones. That's the same reason we use kelp, man. The auxins, the cyanokinins. Don't make me say gibberellins.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Gibberellins.
Man,
I like it, man. I didn't even know. I didn't
Yes,
even know that bamboo could be used in that manner. And then again, I don't make my own teas, but the bamboo farm is looking good. And did I hear you right? Did you say something about eating bamboo, or am I crazy?
Yeah. You can eat. Come on, bamboo shoots from the Chinese restaurant. You know about that, right?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So what you do with those? You think, Grambo, do I have a picture of a fresh shoot? Would you see if you can find one, or just show? Yeah, I tell you what, man. I don't know. Do I have one there? If not, just scroll my Facebook. I got a bunch of bamboo stuff on the Facebook, man. But as the new shoot comes up, you would cover it or something. That's my Facebook.
That's why are you coming out of an HLG box?
Wow. Yeah, there you go, man. There you go. That's a good one. There's just how much fun it is when I go to my bamboo nursery. Just hop on a random quad.
That's cool.
Isn't that cool, man? I think
no, it's hot. It's hot and humid as shit.
I know. Can you see that? That's black bamboo. I don't know if I have another. I must. If you scroll down, I must have some other stuff there. But yeah, there you go. Take a look at that, huh?
It doesn't even look that hot.
It's so hot there, man. It's so hot.
When it's live, it gets tricky sometimes. You know how it is.
Yes. We can't get any of that. Any of the feed. Anyway, man, it was really cool. It was very interesting stuff, and growing that much. Yeah, that's black bamboo, and you see that new comb coming up. The thing I'm pointing at right there. That's the part that you would either eat, or that's the part that would be loaded with all those phytohormones, all those growth hormones, and that's the one you would cut. Doesn't that look like something you would cut and put in a pan? I'll ask Banner. Banner, you would know just what to do with that, right? We'd be eating good if I gave you that bamboo shoot, right?
I don't know. It sounds fibrous. I don't know what to do with bamboo shoot. Like fresh.
Oh, PGC. All right. I'm bringing the bamboo shoot over. We're eating. Look at that, man. That is a trip. You ever ride a 4-wheeler through bamboo? It's got
like shining vibes. It's crazy.
It's trippy, right? Those things just go on at 660 feet, and there's just 25 of them, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's up, Thomas Cross? Is
Thomas
reminding
Cross. Yeah.
Yes,
Bring it,
you know,
Grambo.
smoking out of a fresh bamboo bong is
Do you
amazing.
do that,
Not
Scott?
the dry, yes,
Yeah.
not the dried one. That fresh because it has moisture in it. You know what, Grandpa? I'll bring
Wow.
one home. It'll last a few days.
Please
I'll bring one
do.
home.
Yeah. Bring it to the bakery.
Definitely.
Let's do this.
You got it, man.
We'll post a video of me and you smoking it on realdgc.com. So come on.
Yeah, man. Not on YouTube, man.
I
Good
like
stuff.
the
Yeah.
even the non-fresh bamboo bongs. There's a company.
Lit wick. I heard the black bamboo is longer and thicker. Boom. Glad we're not live.
What are you, our
Come
group
on.
chat?
Oh, it's funny stuff, man.
Now you grow weed before any bamboo. To that tie, there's
Yes.
not much of a tie over grow skills from being an indoor
No.
cannabis grower to an outdoor bamboo grower. Very
As
minimal.
soon as I went and started trying to talk grow with these people, I immediately knew I was a weed grower. I'm like, hey, where am I going to put my tanks for my grow, micro, and bloom? And yeah, they were like, that's the dessert, man. Your liquid feeds the dessert. Yeah, I knew nothing about it. I was fish out of water. Thank God I found people that like to trade labor for weed.
Yes.
Real
I could
bongs.
remind people-
Realbongs.com.
Yeah, bamboo bongs, baby.
Baby,
Grandpa, if you could-
Satan and the gang's on fire today. Killing it, buddy.
Well, with a name like that, man, there is a band that has something like that, man. It's Papa Satan or something, man. I'm gonna find it, man.
I'm going to remind people. I heard a little buzz in the
Satan
chat.
band, I'm searching.
The DGC Cup, dgccup.com. Banner's got a site up here with a join the mailing list. That'd be a good idea if you're going to come to the 2026 DGC Cup. It's going to be at the same venue there, and it is going to be the same weekend, the first weekend of June, and tickets will go on sale. What do I say? Into the new year. Usually I think we get them in like the first couple of weeks of January. We'll get tickets on sale, and they're going to have official camping this year set up. There'll be a camping pass.
Really?
And yes, bring it.
Oh, it's a
Pretty
festy
cool.
now.
Mhm.
All right, Grambo. All right, at the top of the format, I Googled baby Satan.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm so stoked to be back at the that same place. The mountain view of the DCC Cup. We get so high, and then the views were amazing.
Oh, it is.
What do we got
Beautiful.
here?
I just Googled
Am I
baby
playing the
Satan and
audio?
that's what- No, I don't know. You don't even have to play it at all. I haven't played it at all. It just says, yeah, baby. But it just
I
says
just like
dog
the picture.
fashion disco. What is a dog fashion disco? Made, presented by Baby Satan. I like it. I'm glad I'm not the only weird one in this world.
Oh, you are not. It's good to be weird. What is normal? What does normal mean?
Yes. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna shout
Come
out
on,
to
what-
everybody in the. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, what else, dude? What else, man? Let's party.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not what else out. I was going to shout out to thank you everybody hanging in the chat. Thickums, motivated by terps, default behavior. I wish I could tank as basement crow. I like that. Right on. I wish I could keep up with all of it. It's just fun doing the live show. I really enjoy it. It's kind of get distracted because I just sit here and scroll the chat and start laughing my ass off. So
Yes.
Yeah, chat's
Hey, can I
killing
just
it today.
shout out to Minnesota? They got their rec going, man. Minnesota's first non-tribal recreational marijuana dispensary now open in Duluth. It's kind of a big deal,
Non-tribal?
man. Well, meaning that,
Reminded me-
it used to, when it
Oh.
first started, they sell it at the reservations. I don't know, can you call them that anymore? But then,
that's where I go to get
yes.
my fireworks and cigarettes here. Is at the Resi. If
Yes.
you want to get some cheap cigarettes and fireworks, go to the Resi. I got you.
and it's so crazy. They're tax-free, right? That's the deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting stuff. And it is, I'm glad to see it's not just, you do want, and I'm not saying reservations were doing it wrong. We want rec to be available everywhere. I don't know if the same
Sure.
quality control would be in place at reservations. I'm not saying they're growing bad weed, but I do want some type of testing going on commercial level with bud that I'm going to toke on. So I
We
did.
should all be free to to compete in this market. You know, it's not cool to just give certain people preferential treatment, man.
I agree. All right.
Yes, dude. Is that how you're gonna end it? Really can't end it like that, man. Come on, you
That's
got a party,
sad.
man.
Scotty's going in the dark over there. You're like you got mood lighting now, buddy.
Oh yeah, it's getting dark over here, man. By the way, I'm gonna talk about being a stoner. I just can't seem to get the 2-hour time difference. It's just confusing, Grambo. Right? It's just confusing, sir.
I am not going to end it unexcited. Like I said, I have been having a great time doing these. I'm glad we're able to do these live. Having the chat is awesome. Everybody, please check out realdgc.com and go check out our community, man. The community has built to almost 7,000 growers, which is great. You can go get Grow Talk help. You can go over there and just post a dank nug. Make some memes, man. Make some memes. Maybe we should double check the memes before we get out of here, Grambo. That might be a good idea.
Do that, but Grambo. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean that. Grambo, you got to jump in. Look at the meme I have. It says right under fun stuff. You see that one?
Under fun stuff. Let's
under fun stuff. I was down at it's pretty redneck. It's redneck and Mexican at the town where my nursery is at, or the closest town my nursery is at. And so you'll see weird things. You know, you'll see just weird, you know, half Spanish, half English. But do you see the sign that I saw, Grambo?
Is it the Florida man one?
Hang on a second. It is. It's right under memes, right by fun social media stuff. All the way down.
Tax.
Yeah, just click it. Just click it.
I don't know, man.
I saw this. It's pedo tax. And what do you see there? It just says pedo. I mean, I'm getting some tacos and I look over and it says pedo and it's tax. And then what do you do to your taxes? What do you do with your taxes? You file them, man. You file them. So,
my God.
Best thing I can come up with. I love April 15th. Pedo files for me every year.
Pedo tax.
Come on, that was pretty good, man. I had like 3 tacos to sit there and think about that, man.
Yeah, that's great moments in not thinking it through, huh?
It is Florida.
Yeah, it's Florida, man. It's Florida, man.
Go ahead, Grambo.
Well, I just say, speaking of Florida, man, it was right there. Like this is Scotty's home. Hey, you're also a Florida guy, aren't you, dude?
No, he
I just lived in there for a couple of years. I just visited.
Cannot represent. What the hell? That is awesome. Bartman sent me this, by the way, and he lives. I'm down in South Florida, where there's more people from New York than anywhere. This is the real Florida right there, man. He's up.
I thought that was Bartman.
Panhandle?
It could be, man. It could be. Yeah. Good stuff, man.
Come on. What about Grambo? We were just having the fun there. I just threw that link on. Did you say I can't pull off Florida, man? I'm right here under the tax thing. I mean, if you just go to the number one, or then dude, and then the one dude, one snake.com. Use numeric.
This is my favorite banner and dude. Me and Scotty might get credit for always making jokes, but this is the funniest thing in decency history.
Banners like, you want a website? I'll make you a
website.com. One dude, one snake.com. Banner made it. We're on the road. Hilarious.
Fans only, man. People. You gotta go there to see where it takes you. I fit in. I fit in. Let's go. All right.
Yeah. You look like Theo Vaughn's brother.
All right. On that note,
what is your price?
As we're wrapping up, we'll bring in.
I might be a buyer. Yeah.
We have to go there.
You have to go there and see where it leads you, because it leads you to a wonderful place.
Use incognito and a VPN if you have to.
Wow, that's the whole site, right? Does anything happen if you like hover over the nipples or anything? Let me try.
And there are 24-hour hotlines available for crisis if needed.
Look for the Easter egg.
I can tell you, lots of things happen if you hover the nipples.
I've done about 10 things today. I probably shouldn't have. You know,
they won't glow,
right?
They're not going to
Yeah,
glow.
I'm going to say stay higher. Go to realdgc.com. Thank you, Graham, on the boards. Everybody in chat, Banner, Cat, popping in. You should have probably told your own story instead of me for you. And Scotty. Thanks, everybody. Maybe Satan and the gang, Richard Morris, Jim, Blaze in Arizona, everybody in the chat. Stay higher. Peace out.
Yes, this was awesome, guys. Take her easy.